This is something that holds us, where our mission is to bring us closer to our emotions to understand not only who we are, but who we want to be. And today I have joining me
Jasmine.
Thank you for taking the time out to join me, Jasmine.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. And I kick off every show the same way with a community meeting. I'll start it off. How are you feeling?
Today I am tired. I'm trying to prioritize my life with work, me time, and just relaxing. So it's a lot. So today I'm tired.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how tired are you?
I don't want to be neutral and say 5, so I'm gonna say I'm about a 4-ish.
Okay, not too bad. Can I check back in with you later?
Yeah, sure.
What's your goal for today or this week?
My goal for this week is, I had an interview last week, so maybe just hearing a phone call back and starting a new opportunity, and just seeing how many orders I could put in, I guess, for this week as well. So yeah, writing in my journal, because I bought a journal last week and I was supposed to start writing in it last week, and I just been so busy running and mine been racing so much, I haven't done anything. So I guess that's one of my goals for this week, writing in my journal and just prioritizing what I need to do.
Okay. I like that. That sounds like you got a good plan on how you want your week to play out. I think writing in a journal is definitely very important.
For sure.
But who can you ask for help?
The first person I'll probably say I'll ask for help is my mom, but like anybody else, I'm not too sure. Like I'm kind of, I got too much pride when it comes to asking for help. Like when it comes to any aspect of anything, like whether if it's a car issue or just an advice issue if I need some help. But probably my mom, or I have like one or two close friends that I could be like kind of like just vulnerable or open with. So my mom or two friends, I'll say.
Okay, and
Yeah.
I'm sure they got you, and I'm happy that you could identify your not just your mom, but a couple of close friends.
For sure.
I'm gonna check back in with you on those 3 goals. You set a couple goals for yourself. I know the orders I can't really take control on that, but I'm gonna get my holiest people to pray on that job calling you, that opportunity calling you back.
It's manifested in the air. It's mine.
Right? It was written.
For sure. That's been my goal all this year. This beginning of this year is like just speaking positivity into anything that I'm doing, because I've been so like negative, always like a negative mindset, and I've been noticing the more negative you speak into your life, the more it's gonna set. So I be trying to redirect the way I be thinking, and it's a hard process. I'm telling you, it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, words are powerful.
For
and
sure.
I try to tell people that all the time.
For sure.
What triggered that for you, where you realized you have to be more positive?
Just life, honestly. Like knowing that I wanted to go a certain place and somewhere, and knowing that like it's not like I feel kind of stuck sometimes, and my mom always be like, well, if you want something, you gotta put in the work, and I'd be like, because sometimes I'd be like, like I know what she mean putting in the work, and a long time ago it used to upset me, because I'm like, why can't this happen? Like I want it to happen, why can't this happen? But stuff can't just happen if you're not doing something to put in the work to make it happen as well. Like, so I'm just trying to put in the work and be consistent on it as well. So that's like my 2 things to redirect me from thinking negative, just put in the work to try to be positive and be consistent on it. That's one thing why I bought that journal, so I could write in it every day, so I could kind of manifest it, not out loud, but on paper as well, and keep a routine of trying to do it. So being in a routine as well. I'm trying.
You're trying. You're out here trying. I like it.
I mean, I can't do nothing but try and then do it. So that'd be the thing. Because when I be saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it," I don't never do it, and it seemed like I get like the anxiety of wanting to do it, and that's something to hold us back. That's what's holding me back is the anxiety of knowing I need to change, but why I'm not changing is what got me. So this year I just really was just like, I'm gonna do everything. If I don't get to it fully, at least I know I'm doing it, or I'm doing something to get to where I need to be. So yeah,
you're making those
trying.
You're taking the steps you need to do, and I think it's very important that you do that. In the way that you are, when you don't have all the answers to where you want to be, you know, because you need to try all these different things and figure out, you know what, I wasn't successful in trying this first thing. I wasn't successful in trying that second thing, but through that, like we forge ourselves, you know what I mean? Like we build mental fortitude, and it's like, you know what, doesn't matter if I fail, like I know what it feels like to start and get into the next thing and figure out whether if it's for me or not.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be scared. So that's the thing. Like, a lot of us be scared to do or try anything. So, I mean, if you're scared, you're never going to figure out what may happen, whether it's good or it's bad. So it's like, just take that leap of faith. So that'd be the thing, the leap of faith.
So what I hear in a lot of that is that you tell me if I'm wrong. Have you struggled with anxiety?
Oh, of course. Every day, shoot. I be shaking still. For sure.
Do you do anything intentionally to cope with that? Or to help you out when you're feeling anxious?
Not really, because sometimes I don't really be... Is like become a part of nature that sometimes it's just always there, and I don't even be knowing sometimes. And like, shout out to one of my friends, because they taught me like, anxiety is like thinking about stuff in the future, and depression is like stuff in the past. So you just kind of got to live in the now. You can't live in between. You can't like live on those two. Like with depression, you're thinking about stuff like what happened in the past. Anxiety is like stuff you think you want to happen, or what may happen like in the future. And it's like,
who told you that?
One of my friends.
That sounds like it's something that I made up. That's
for sure.
That's
so
really
like,
great advice, though,
definitely.
or a great statement.
And when he said that, I was just like, like, and I'm like, you're right, because it's like I be living on both of those two, and I don't live like right now on what I need to do right now, and part of that is probably because I'm so I don't know what to do right now, so I don't want to. Part of me didn't want to deal with like all the emotions of what I'm doing right now, and sometimes it's like, what am I doing right now? Like,
it's oh man, and it's crazy that you feel anxious, so you never take the time out to figure out what's going on right now, and then that cycle is just forever, because then you get depressed about how you didn't spend that, you wasted that time.
Exactly.
You know? Oh,
yeah.
That message was for me.
For sure. So I'm learning. I have to learn how to meditate, because that's one thing like to do to relieve the anxiety and stuff. So I definitely am trying to learn how to meditate, because I want to sit down and be clear, and then my mind be going everywhere, shooting off like beams and stuff like that. So yeah.
You really just out here trying.
I mean, you can't do nothing but else. Like, I think part of it is like trying to figure out what I wanted to do and be in my life at like an early age, and I'm just learning like you never know. You don't know like what's going to be or what you're going to be in life. You just gotta just keep going, like follow that path. Like I really thought I was going to be 25 and everything was going to be just boom. I was going to have everything situated, and when I hit 25, nothing was nothing was there at all. I wasn't even where I wanted to be, and that took off on I guess on me being depressed, and then the anxiety kicked in as well. So all of that just started building up. So I just had to really sit down and figure out who I am. So that's part of my journey right now, figuring out who I am, because every day I wake up and who am I? Like, who am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be doing? So
do you... No, you let me know if this is too much to ask. Mm-hmm. Do you talk to anybody professionally about dealing with your anxiety?
I've honestly have been thinking about it. So I go on like Psychology Today and like kind of put in my preferences of who I would choose to speak with. Sometimes I think, do I want to go to like a spiritual person to speak with, or like just somebody that's just like a psychologist. So it's up in the air right now, but I definitely do want to speak to someone, because like, even though I do have my mom or some friends, I want somebody that's like kind of on a different aspect of, to like to tell me like, maybe you might be wrong, like maybe you shouldn't be thinking like that, like, or maybe think like this, or something like that.
Somebody to give you more perspective,
of course,
from that doesn't have the same life experiences as you. You know, sometimes we need that, just to be like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. You know, and I will say, like, you, and I'm telling you from experience, anxiety will literally stop you from finding yourself.
Everything, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you wake up every day thinking, like, I'm gonna be this person, and then something causes your emotions to become out of whack, and you really can't get get through that day as the best version of yourself, and you're not as open to receiving things as they come. You know, like, it's like when you just talked about with your mom, and you're like, why come I can't just get these things right now? Sometimes we gotta go through things a certain way to gain a certain appreciation or mindset for that thing, right?
Yes, for sure.
And I think anxiety stops us from going through life a certain way to really appreciate you for who you are right now, despite
everything,
the things, you know?
Everything, yeah. And that was it. So, like, I always feel like my mom be like, oh, don't let nobody out here, blah, 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 blah. And I really had to, like, sit down and tell her, like, it's not people out here. It's me. Like, I'm my worst enemy. I would never let nobody, like, make me feel the way, like, low or anything like that. It's me. Like, and I'm not going to say nobody has ever maybe not feel like that. Like, a long time ago, probably in my early 20s and stuff like that. I made people, I allowed people, like, to bring me down. But, like, other than that, like, anything that I'm going through is me. Like, I'm my worst enemy. Like, so any battle that I'm battling is with myself. So it's nothing towards anybody else. Is always me. So that's the thing. Definitely, is a battle within me that I got to get right.
But you say that I gotta get right, but you can get help. You know,
of course.
Sometimes you gotta jump yourself.
Yeah,
you know,
but not too much. And that's the thing.
You gotta jump yourself.
I don't want to beat myself up too
much.
In
a healthy way. I'm saying in a healthy way. You gotta overwhelm them in a healthy way with those positive people in your life. You know what I mean?
For sure. So that's the thing. Like, last year was a very lonely year. I like stepped away from a lot of stuff. I didn't do a lot of things that I was doing. I didn't hang around with a lot of people. It was just like me in the solitude of me, like figuring out me, like who I am as a person and where I need to be. So this year is kind of the same thing, but I mean, everything will gravitate. I mean, the right people will come around and stuff will happen from there. But yeah.
I think I also think about, you said the right people will come around.
Sure.
And you deal with anxiety. And I think often being in the right communities eases that.
Yeah.
Is there a community that you can think of that eases that for you?
I'd probably say people that want to, like, not have the same vision as me, because everybody's vision is different. But I guess, like, people that have somewhat of the same mindset, or, like, understand kind of how I feel or something like that. So, I mean, like, now I started this business and I've, like, I see a few women out here doing what I'm doing, and I'm never, like, hospitable about it, because there's so much opportunity for people to do what I'm doing. And I've actually come across someone, and she messaged me and was like, hey, let's network. And I was like, that's great. Like, so, like, we could take over Connecticut with us doing what we doing, and it'll be a great network. It could be a great friendship. Like, anything could come to it. Like, if she's, like, somebody that's kind of in the mindset of, like, working hard or just trying to be themselves and understanding who they are as a person and just taking care of business, like, it'll be something cool. Like, so I don't know, just somebody kind of like that, or just I don't know, honestly. Just someone in that sort.
So that would be the ideal space.
Yes.
Are there any communities now that you do have that you consider yourself being a part of that make you feel that way?
Not really, honestly. I kind of write like poetry, and I've been writing since I was like 13. So I be kind of looking to find a community like that, like somewhere we could express ourselves and read what we write on paper. So, like I don't know, I like communities like that, somewhere like where we could be expressive and there's no judgment zone, because you never know what people be going through. Sometimes they just want to ear to listen.
Oh, I'm gonna connect you then. Say less.
Yeah, thank
There's
you.
this. I live in Bridgeport now,
Mm-hmm.
and my friend actually connected me with this group. It's like downtown by like that arcade area.
Okay.
It's CT Poets Realm.
Okay, I think I heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah. You could probably follow that on Instagram, and they know they have shows like twice a month or something.
Yeah.
like
I
that.
do follow them actually, so
But,
I know you're talking about. Yep.
Well, one of these days we'll have to get out there.
Yeah.
You got?
Sure.
Did you bring some poetry to read today?
It's on my phone over there. I apologize.
Hey, I apologize because it's across the room.
Yes.
I'm gonna make you. You can walk over there at some point. Okay. If you feel comfortable enough.
Of course, no problem. I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Because I'll let you know I end every podcast with a poem.
Okay.
So I'll let you go and then I'll go and then.
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So.
What I would say is though, like, finding yourself, like I said, it takes time, but like I always thought of like me always being myself, like who I am, like even though I'm still trying to figure out who I am, I always had a sense of who I am. Like I never try to portray to be anybody else. So I'll say that's probably like one of a good quality I carry, because I don't never want to be like somebody else, but it just sucked because we live in a society now where it's like social media is always like trying to post that image for people to look a certain way and be a certain way.
Yeah.
And it sucked because it's like a stigma of like, I know who I am and I know what I want to be, but then it's like, damn, like I'm here and everybody's so stuck on what they seeing and what's being posted that they don't really see people for who they are.
They don't even see themselves for who they are.
Exactly.
Because I think about, like, 'cause I work in a school, so it's like thinking about like kids, right? You think of, I see the pictures that they post and the poses that they make, and you see, yeah, they're dressed in designer clothes.
I see it.
But they're throwing up signs and waving their wrists and grabbing their necks, like as if they have like these Rolexes or chains on. But I'm serious. Like they're just so wrapped up in the mannerisms. They feel like they have to do those things.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
they got parents and their parents young, so they following off of what they see and what's in the house, which is sad. And I worked in a school system like 2016, and they all had uniforms, and it still seemed to find a way to pick and bully kids off of something that they had, whether it's the book bag, whether it's the socks, whether it's the sneakers. And it's like, y'all need to all wear the same everything, from the shirt to the shoes to the socks to the everything. And it's sad that you even have to do that because they can't express themselves. But it's like, bullying is at an all-time high, and it's sad. It's really sad. Like,
yeah, bullying is crazy.
I used to hit corners and see teachers like crying from kids, and I'd be like, damn. Like,
I can hold these kids be going off.
And I'd be like, damn.
You gotta have some thick skin.
Of course. And it's sad though, because it's like being a teacher working in a school system, you only with the kid for like 8 hours a day, so you only can impact as much as you can impact. Once they go home for that 12, 13 plus, all of that crap go out the window sometimes. Like, you never know. It all depends on the kid, on how they want it to stick. So
no, you got
it's a cycle of,
you got it.
Of, I don't even know. It's just a bad cycle.
Nah, you 100%. And I think that's that importance of a home life and education and support, and that whole, it takes a village mentality. Definitely. I wish we still had.
Yeah.
But instead you got, like you said, the kids that end up going to school together and they wearing all the same clothes, but find some way to roast this person's socks.
Something.
To make them feel bad. I'm like, yo, this should be harsh.
Yeah, it definitely do. But the parents don't make it better because they kind of reward it with positivity. Because I remember one day I had to tell like one of the parents for the student, like she did something bad. She cried, and the parent was like, "Oh, when we get home, I'm gonna handle you." And I think that was like the end of the week. The next week she came in with a brand new book bag. So I was like, you ain't handled nothing. You just rewarded the negative situation with a positive by giving her a book bag.
Mm-hmm.
Because when she came in on that next week with a brand new book bag, nothing changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, where does it begin? Where does it stop? And how does it change?
And I mean, I don't think I have the answer for that, but
They're the future.
Kids are the future for real.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we need more family services.
Yeah.
More family, not like forced family service. I'm not talking about like DCF and stuff like that. I'm talking about like real social family services that
Mm-hmm.
provide experiences for families and education to break cycles.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're getting very off topic because we can talk about this forever. I'm very passionate about like education and skill building in the kids. Well, I want to talk more about continuing to find yourself.
Yeah.
You said that you got to 25 and you're not where you need to be, and now you're in a space where you're in a year where you're like, I need to be more positive. I've realized about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, you moved away from home. You moved out of your mom's house, right?
Yeah, it's 2 years, maybe 2
years?
years. Yeah, some time flies. Yeah,
How's
like
that?
2 years. It's great, honestly. I got my own space, my own peace. It's definitely cool. I love it. I kind of couldn't see going back home only if the circumstances did change, if I would have to. But yeah, for the most part, I definitely love it. It keeps me grounded because I'm always organized, so everything in there is where it needs to be. So it's definitely like it's good because it helped me like with my life routine wise and stuff like that. So it's my space. That's what I like.
Has there been any hardships for you in that process?
Sometimes I'd be like, ooh, bills due, like, ooh, do I got it? But if I would have been moved out probably like 2, 3, 4 years ago and I was in those situations, I probably would have bugged out and stuff like that, not knowing how to handle it. But now I just kind of just breathe and everything gonna fall into place. It's gonna happen. If I am like, ooh, something, I'm always gonna have it because I know, like, I don't know, it's just always how it's gonna be. I never like really to get erratic on when it comes to like handling my business because like we said, we're adults now, so I gotta be responsible. So I gotta make sure like everything is falling into place. So I definitely love it. I'm trying to buy something that's mine to own by like the end of this year, next year. So fingers crossed.
Shout out to you.
Thank you.
Shout out to you. Good luck in that.
Thank you.
It's definitely a beautiful feeling. I'm looking to buy something. Hopefully in the next, I got a 3-year goal, and each year got a new goal in it.
Yes.
So I wish the best for both of us.
Thank you. Sure, we got this.
Well, were there any emotions that you struggle with not being home or not being right next, not being like living by yourself, or is that the first time you lived by yourself?
Besides going off to college, yeah, it's the first time I'm living by myself. When the first time I was kind of nervous. I wasn't like too scared or anything. It was just kind of like like now life is really hitting. But it was crazy how it happened because I had got into a bad car accident with my first car, and I almost lost my life. So I was kind of like depressed off of that. And then probably like a week later, I got like the news like, hey, it's time to like move out. So like, are you ready? And I was just like, I was like, no. Like, no, life just hit me right now. I hate everything. Like I was upset with life. Somebody almost killed me in a car accident. Like I was upset with life, like everything. And it's crazy because like I'm sitting here now, I shouldn't have been upset. I should have been thankful. Like I'm still alive. It's my car.
Yeah,
like
life.
the car was totaled, almost on fire. Like it was smoked out. Like I had to get out the car, and it looked like like smoke was coming out the car. It was probably like 3 years ago. On Route 8, crazy people on Route 8. So like the car smoked out, totaled. Like, but I was just upset.
What time was this at?
It was towards the afternoon. I just got off of work, fresh off of work. Somebody cut me off and clipped me in the back and spent me out. And I hit the wall twice, like twice. Everything exploded out that bitch. But like I said, I was upset about life instead of thankful. Like I had my life still. So I just had to redirect everything on how I thought and how I was thinking at that time. So like when I even had got the news that it was time to move out, I just had to I was just like, I don't give a F about nothing right now. Like, so what you mean? Like, like I don't care. So I just had to really like bring myself back and like just really just be thankful. Like I'm here. I'll get another car. Like I'm about to move out right now. Yeah. So it was tough. Like the first 2 months, I would say, but like once the new year hit, because I had moved out probably November. So like once that January hit, everything just kind of took off from there. Like the course of what I needed to do, and I'm here now. Yeah. Trying to elevate.
Learning to be thankful. That's an opportunity at life right there. Sure. Did that car stop?
Hell no, he kept going. He kept it going. That's what made me even more upset. So that was probably part of it. Like you kept going. So now I want to kill you because you almost killed me. So that was part of my thought. So
that is crazy.
Yeah. So I had to just kind of just really honestly bring it back. And my mom was like, "You can't be thinking like that." And I was like, "I know." So I still kind of got to get it together driving because I be still kind of upset behind the wheel sometimes, and I can't.
I feel that. I'm scared of driving in the snow.
Really?
I think that was honestly why I have all-wheel drive now.
Okay.
That was like a priority for me, get all-wheel drive. Because I've spun out twice. Like one time I spun out and I was like going to exit 5 southbound, I-95, and I almost went under a truck. So I whipped the wheel, and so I threw myself into the wall.
Yes, that's scary.
So I spun out, and then I ended up on the side. Another time I spun out coming down Route 15, is that up to Danbury?
Yeah, the Merrick?
No, not Route 15, Route 7.
7, yeah.
Route 7 up towards Danbury.
Yeah, 84, that's dangerous up there.
That shit, it's like, because the weather is so crazy, like, it was no snow, and then it hit the corner, and it was just sheets of icy snow. I turned, and I spun out, and it just...
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous, so I think about that all the time, so... You catch me in the snow, I'm driving 20 miles per hour, and you're going to have to go around me.
That's me in the rain. I don't do rain at all. I'm a whole grandma in the rain. For sure. Definitely.
Well, I'm definitely happy that you're still here and you're okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That gives you an opportunity to definitely be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Which I want to talk a little bit about. Can you tell me about Fruitation Treats?
It feels like I started it a year ago, and it's probably only been like 3 months. So, and it's blowing up insanely. I think part of it started because I felt like it'd be something that I like to do, and then it is also, I guess, teaching me patience as well, because with that you have to kind of be quick, but you still have to be patient and a little agile as well, just a little calm as well. So like when I first started, I burnt my finger up so bad. I had candy all over the floor. It was a mess. And then I just realized I just had to breathe. So I don't know. It helps me like being with creativity, because I feel like I'm pretty creative and artsy. So it's just like something where I could just like do something with my talents and keep my mind off of negative stuff. Like so it's just something that I like to do. But I'm trying to like really learn to like knowing that I'm doing it to keep my mind off of negativity, but not overwork myself as well. So like just find somewhere where I could be grounded in between like working and then working my other job, and then like just having time for me, like I said. So it's just, I don't know, it's something where it's just a learning process for me. And I'll say probably all around life, because I'm dealing with people, I'm dealing with myself, and I'm dealing with time and things like that. So
yeah, it's very, and I like that you said that, because it's very important that we keep our healthy hobbies as healthy hobbies.
Definitely.
Because so quickly, like you said, you can start making money from it, and then you're like, you know what? I gotta see how much money I can make from it, and then you're making 10 trays a day or something. You
Yeah,
know what
and
I
I'm
mean?
tired.
And like that's gonna take a lot. And
I'm tired.
at some point, making a candy is not as mindful as it used to be, where you do it and you're just like working your way through it
Yeah.
and relaxing.
Exactly. And I don't want it to like be something where I'm just like, I want it to be like something where it's like, all right, let me do it because I want to do it. And it's like you said, it's relaxing and it's something that I enjoy doing. So I'm definitely trying to like keep it at that pace because I don't want to overwork myself because a lot of times I do be tired because it's a lot of work. I'm standing up all day. You got to boil candy. So it's not a short process. It's about an hour and some change, 2-3 hours. So,
Yeah.
and I'm making batches. So it's all about time and just not drowning myself out.
Yeah, and the candy looks delicious.
Thank
by the
you,
way.
thank
Like,
you.
it looks delicious. I'll make sure I'll put in the info, the description where people can
Thank you.
find you. It might take some time because, like you said, we don't want to overwhelm Jasmine.
Oh, yes.
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 Have you had any other endeavors that you've started but got overwhelmed doing?
Not really. I like, so I do want to start up like a paint and sip or a paint and puff, and at the beginning of the year as well, I like was working on both of them at the same time, and I didn't want to overcrowd myself with it, so I just realized that I'm just going to see how this goes, and like maybe towards the end of this year, I'll see if I could like really get into that because I love to paint, so like between those two is kind of up in the air on which one. Not really, honestly. Like if I really could start to paint and sip, I'll probably, and it will blow up. That'll be something that I really like would want to do for like a full-time thing. But I'm not really rushing that because I already spoke it into existence, so I know it's going to come. I just got to put in a little bit more work, but I'm not trying to overcrowd myself and just what I'm doing right now. But it's definitely something.
Okay, and that sounds like a great plan. Either one, paint and sip, paint and puff.
Thank you.
So you're really into the arts and crafts, it seems.
Yeah.
Like painting,
That's me.
making candy. How did you when did you fall in love with this stuff?
I don't know. Maybe like middle school. So probably like 11, 12-ish around there. So like when I really started like I don't go into art classes and stuff like that. And then like I said, I watched this movie that like streamed me off to writing. So after that, I don't know. It just kind of gave me just a expressive feeling because I would say I am expressive, but I tend to hide it. So being like artsy and writing and stuff was like a access way for me to express how I feel without really talking to people.
Right. I get that.
Yeah.
That is my last week's episode. Somebody said the creative process is the most healing process known to man, and everything you just said highlights
Definitely
that, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Because sometimes people don't know how to talk to people about how they feel. So I mean, if you have the ability to draw something or paint something or even write it out or write a song, do it. I mean, you could do it.
Yeah, that's dope. It's great that you were able to find that inspiration in middle school.
Thank you.
In middle school, I could only find myself in arts and craft. I don't know why this memory sticks out to me. I remember drawing a penis and in art class, and the teacher was coming, and everybody's looking at me like, "Oh, you gonna get in trouble. You thought that shit was funny. You getting in trouble this time." And then I quickly turned it into a rocket ship. And then once the adult is like, "No, that's," you know what I mean? But he can't really argue with me at this point. So it was that's the one moment that I remember clearly.
That's too funny. Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we start our most creative likeness as a middle schooler, I'll say. So it's like the gateway.
I don't know what you're trying to imply.
That's
there.
too funny. Oh no.
So how do you deal with failure?
I'm learning not to beat myself up. Like I would literally, if I fail something, I'll just beat myself up, and it's the end of the world, and I couldn't turn back from there. And I just learned that I can't do that. If something doesn't work out, I mean, you can either try it again, and if that don't work out, then I mean, then it's not meant to be. But you can't beat yourself up about it. So I think I'm definitely trying to figure out how to let stuff go. So that's like one of my main goals, honestly, is like letting stuff go. Like yesterday, I almost had to like rough this man up at the gas station man, because he had got me jacked up. And he really did, long story short. And I'm trying to be a better person and stuff like that, just to find myself and my femininity and just be grounded. So I just had to really like bring it back, because I was about to shake the whole gas station up, and I didn't want to. And one of my friends came over this morning, and I told him the story, and they were like, you just have to learn how to let stuff go. And I was like, you're right. And he was like, because you shouldn't still hold on to those feelings and that emotion from yesterday. And I was like, you are definitely right. And I wanted to say like, well, part of me just wanted to tell you the story, but it's like, you're right, because like bringing up the story, you still get like the emotion of, I want to shake this whole gas station up, and I can't. So yeah, so part of me is just kind of just learning to let stuff go in every aspect of life, from failing stuff to just even controlling my emotions that I know shouldn't even be there, and that's just there in that little time frame.
And that is good advice, but at the same time, I'm gonna let you let that go after you tell me what happened at that gas station.
I went in there and I'm like, let me get 10 on my Cash App card, and add this Fiji water. So that's probably like $12 and some change. And I'm like, and put 5 on cash. Even though I got money, I'm in a rush. So I just need some $15 gas so I could get where I need to go, because I got to drop off like 3 orders. So he calculating shit on the calculator, and he rang up $12.71. So I don't think nothing of it. So I go out and pump gas, and the pump stop at $12.71. So I go in there, and I'm like, excuse me, where's my other $5? He's like, that's not what you said. So I'm like, what? I was like, I said 10 on my Cash App card with the water, and 5 with the rest on cash. He's like, that's not what you said. So I was like, so evidently you don't listen, and you don't know how to fucking count. Because he already had an attitude when I walked in there. So need I say, I work in customer service, sales. So like, I'm big on like, whenever you're dealing with people in general, just to at least have some type of customer service, just have to have some type of some niceness. You feel me? What is it? I can't even say. Yeah, hospitality. Thank you. You got to have some type of hospitality. Like, even if you're dealing with crazy people every day, it doesn't matter. Like, still have some type of hospitality. So attitude was just bad from off the jump. So when I came back in and was like, excuse me, where's my $5? He was like, that's not what you said. So I had to get a little crazy. So I just like walked out, F it. I got somewhere to go. Like I said, I got to drop orders off. So he said something under his breath, and I was like, the fuck you say? And he's like, have a good day. And I was like, that's what the fuck I thought. And I walked out, and I was like, let me bring it back together, because I was like, I don't want to go to jail for gas. So like, I just realized I got to let stuff like that go. It is what it is. He probably deal with crazy psycho crackhead people all day. It is what it is. But you feel me? I didn't come in like on an attitude or like a disgusting way, even though I'm full of attitude and I know that. But like, when it comes to service, you doing me a service, so I'm not going to come in with a disgusting disposition. So I don't want one back. So yeah, so it was just something I gotta learn to let go. But
how do you feel about sharing? How do you feel after sharing that?
I still kind of want to shake that gas station up. I really do. But you know, it is what it is. I'm just not going back there no more. I'm going to stick to my gas stations by my house.
No, I respect that. I respect that. 'Cause I'm beefing with a gas station over something that happened like 7 years ago. But I'm not. It is what it is. I'm never going to Hope Street Shell ever again.
At all.
I hope y'all don't either in Stanford.
So I'm definitely not going there. So
we're gonna leave that story behind us. Okay?
For sure, is in the past. Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out ways to like let stuff go. Like, you could take walks. I could write it out. Breathe. So it's just all about finding just like ways to kind of if stuff just to let it roll off your back, water off a duck's back type thing. So
journaling is an amazing thing, and the poetry as well. So I definitely highly recommend keeping those things. So,
thank you.
Especially when it comes to even just writing down your to-do list and your weekly tasks. That like you get like a pat on your back when you get to check it off. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like.
I didn't reach that level yet. I need to start writing down my what I need to do for the week and stuff.
Day at a time.
Planner.
Day at a time, right?
Definitely, because that's one of my, like I say, cons is I overwhelm myself. Because like when I know I'd be like, all right, I'm going to do something, then I overthink the whole thing. Like I think what I want to do, and then I think of how I need it to end and everything. I think of like the complete thing, and it's like just think of how you need to start it and go from there. Like not how everything need to go. So I need to stop doing that, because then the overwhelming part come in, and I just be like, now I don't want to do shit. I don't want to do it at all.
I gotta do all that. It's like nah.
Sure.
So I'm glad that you're taking that time to get to know yourself, because I see how that could affect you. But it's funny because I'm the opposite of that though. Like I need to see all the steps, and like I might get overwhelmed by seeing 20 steps, but I knowing that if I could just do 5, odds are once I start the 5, I'm gonna get invigorated. It's like washing dishes. Nobody ever want to wash dishes, but once you clean those first 2-3 dishes, you're like, all right,
you gotta keep going.
They all about to get washed. You know what I mean? So I think of it like that. What are the majority of my tasks? So I don't try to think of the 20 steps. I'll get like the first couple of them, and then all right, whatever from there I can make the most of whatever.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I'm kind of like that. I want to see everything, but yeah, I just got to kind of like relax and just start with the, like you said, the 5, and then just everything else will just go from there.
Don't, and like you said, don't beat yourself up if you don't do it perfectly.
Exactly.
It's a new week right now.
Exactly. Yeah, it's definitely a new week. So I'm just trying to be positive. I love Mondays. That's the crazy thing. A lot of people hate Mondays. Mondays is probably like one of my best productive days. I don't know. I wake up and feel invigorated. Like I'm about to start this day off.
And if I get this one right, everything else and the rest of the week I'm ahead. Like it's,
of course,
I gotta get tonight right, if then I can get my day right.
Yeah, nah, that's one thing, like putting yourself in a good mental space before the next day. So that's one thing
in adulthood, learning the things that you have to sacrifice. Oh man, it sucks.
It does. It definitely do.
You're like, damn, I really cannot be awake past 10:30 if all. I want to be up before 6.
Definitely, but it's a crazy thing because a lot of people be like, "Well, I don't want to work for other people or the man's," but then I'd rather work for myself. But I'm learning, like, working for yourself it's not easy. Like half the times I be going to bed 11:30 now, waking up 6 o'clock still, like have to start my day. So it's like when you working for yourself, you putting in more work. I mean, it's more work, but you more free because you working for yourself. So that's the thing. So people only looking at it as the free aspect. They not really understanding the work, that the more work that you put in there. Like,
and I think people get caught up in like you said, the whole social media aspect of it and what that sounds like.
Of course,
like being an entrepreneur. They want to be that, but they don't know it's going to take waking up at 6, going to sleep at 1 a.m. sometimes, midnight sometimes, and they don't realize if it wasn't for all the stuff that they heard online, they would be so much more happier working for a Fortune 500 company.
I'm telling you.
Working from 9 to 5, making all the money that they need to make to be happy, but they're like, oh no, the stigma of society being like, oh, I got to do this, or I got to do that.
Everybody not fit to work for themselves.
Right? And if you don't get your ass in that computer chair and raise your kids, like,
of course,
some
do something. Shit, we need something. So
I mean, I really want people to be more aware to the options out there.
Definitely.
I wanted to get into the book of Human Emotions by Tiffany Watt Smith, but today I feel like we have a common theme going, and I want to stick with it, and it's
Book of Emotions. I never even heard of it.
Oh, so there's this part where I talk about this lady named Tiffany Watt Smith. She wrote a book, or she like pretty much gathered various emotions from different cultures and put it in a book.
Really?
Like it's because I really believe in like what you mentioned before. what happens when people don't have the words to describe how they feel, right?
Yeah.
So every week I do a book of human emotions, and I ask you do you know what this emotion is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, I explain it, and if you do, then I want you to tell me when was the last time you experienced it,
Mm-hmm.
or just any moments where you have.
Okay.
And just to give more background, like I had a student I was working with, I work with recently,
Mm-hmm.
and I ask her all the time how she's feeling, and all the time she just tells me, I don't know. And often I'm like, what does it mean? Like, you don't know. Like, how do you not know how you feel? And she's right. She doesn't have the vocabulary yet. So every week I do emotion of the week with her initial, like, on top of this. So
that's
like,
nice.
you learn a new emotion every week, and we find out if has she ever felt like that.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that one morning when I ask her how she's feeling, she uses one of those emotions.
That's good. At least she honest though, saying she don't know, because a lot of people just hit you with the basic, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. So, you know, I'm trying to stop, like, when people ask you, how are you? And you just be like, oh, I'm good. Because honestly, what is it? I'm good. Like, or I'm okay.
We at my job, we often tell people, good is not an emotion.
Exactly.
So we force you to think of something else.
Exactly. So, like, I'm definitely, like, on that path as well, trying to figure out, like, when people ask you, how are you or how are you feeling, to stop saying, like, I'm good or I'm okay. Because, like you said, what is it? Is not really an emotion.
We can be more intentional in that.
Yeah.
And I think I have to do that as well, because I'll say, I won't say great. I'm like, I'm okay, but I just don't want to
go into depth.
Go into depth on like how I'm feeling and give you that stress.
Yeah,
because that's some shit. Sometimes I'll be stressed out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but the emotion I want to talk about today is anxiety.
Okay.
When was the last time you were anxious?
Probably a couple of minutes ago, sitting on this couch.
What?
I was like this.
Really?
Then I had to breathe. And I was like, okay. Yeah, and I honestly probably don't even know why. Probably just the race of my thoughts and probably trying to overthink ahead of time of what I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. Not even just relaxing and probably going with the conversation like now. So it has its highs and its lows. It comes and it goes. Like right now, I'm all right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Even though you asked me that question, like some people would be like, oh my God. No, but I'm all right right now. But yeah, it comes and it goes. And it's weird because I guess it's just probably all about how I'm thinking.
You thinking positive now?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right, so we back into
mind clear.
We back into the year goal, right? We got
for sure.
We staying positive.
Yes, for sure.
Just be transparent. I'll tell you when the last time I was anxious as well. Mm-hmm. Was it today? No, I was anxious the other day. I was texting somebody. You know when you're texting somebody and like your relationship isn't that good?
Yeah.
And it's like both know the relationship's not that good, and you don't want to read into something too much and seem emotional about something. So like say they'll be like, yeah, ... And then you're like, wait, what does that even mean? Yeah, so you don't even say anything. ... Right? You don't even say anything. So even subtle like that, I was anxious. And then after we talked, and it went on. And it's funny because the person was like, oh, when you said this, I was anxious. And I was like, oh, when you said that, I was anxious. And it was really just the other...
Yeah, overthinking each other.
Overthinking and then being more vague because we're overthinking, and then leaving more to interpretation so the other person was anxious.
Yep, so that make it works.
So that was mine.
Well, at least y'all got it out, so that's the good thing that y'all...
Oh, it was definitely great. It's great. And then it's like you move forward and you just...
Yeah, that's good.
What did you say? Back to clear-headedness or back to being mindful. When was the last time you cried?
I don't know.
Here we go.
It's probably not, like it's been like recent though, honestly.
Okay, because I thought I thought you was gonna say you big gangster.
No. I cry. You cry. Yes. I'm not really like. I it's probably like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I don't remember why. So I can't even really tell you why.
Okay. But do you think it was about 2 weeks ago? Let's think about what was 2 weeks ago.
Like sometimes I even tear up watching like cute little Facebook videos, so that don't really count. So I'm trying to think of like something that brought me into it.
Listen, if you can't remember it, that's something that brought you. I'll take what was the last cute little Facebook video that made you cry. I'll take that.
I began teared up just watching like family videos and stuff, just seeing like family nurture their children and just love them like unconditionally. So stuff like that just be getting to me. Like, so yeah.
My favorite thing to watch on social media are, I don't know if it's interspecies, but like watching animals that are from different species get along with each other.
Yes, that too.
That shit makes me so happy.
Me too. Definitely.
Like seeing like I know there was a viral video of a dachshund playing with a lion.
Yes.
Or like a dog and a bird, or like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Pigs and stuff. And
yeah.
I love that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like stuff like that too. I'll be
like, if I could have an animal sanctuary, like, I would.
Now I think about it, I probably cried about 2 weeks ago, like telling myself I need to let go of like certain stuff, and I kind of forgot what I was thinking about. Yeah, matter of fact, I think I got into it with one of my friends, and we stopped talking for like a week because they upset me because basically we got into an argument because they assumed that they know how I feel all the time. And it kind of like took me out my element because I was like, you don't know shit, and I had to bring it back because like they've been helping me on my journey to be a better person, and I'm not gonna lie, from like August of last year to now, they've been helping me on my journey to be a better person. But he just got me so upset, so I was just like, you don't know shit. So I was just like, ugh. So then we stopped talking, and like, I kind of was okay with it, but then I was just like, some days I was just like, you gotta let stuff go. So I wasn't crying because we stopped talking, but I was just crying off the fact that, like, knowing when people in my life and they leave, like whether it's fast or whether it's just like they take their time to leave, or like something just don't work out, I just gotta like let the emotions of it go, like, because it is what it is, like, because I'm not going to be the one to fight to get you back, like if you leave or we leave or like stuff don't end.
What if you do something wrong?
But the funny thing is, let me get back to this. We back at it. So, okay. Hey, friends. So, yes, like, you feel me? Like I said, they've been teaching me life lessons. So, it was just something that it took me out the element. And I was like, and I was like,
I love that. That's
like,
gold right there.
But, what I've learned is I'm not ashamed to apologize.
There we go. That's where it is, right there.
So and that's the thing. A lot of people, and I'm not even going to say just women. It's a lot of women, but a lot of people in general. They have too much pride, or they're too ashamed to apologize. Like, so I'm not that. Like, so I do apologize. Like, and I mean it like sympathetically. Like, so I do apologize. So I do that. So.
Oh, look at you! Look at you! You was like you was talking to him right there. You was like,
nah, because I gotta because like I'm saying, I'm working on myself, so I'm trying to be so much better. Like, so,
I can see
like
it.
I saying, you would have caught me 5, 6, 7 years ago. I was crazy. I would talk crazy, be crazy. Everything was just crazy, and it's like, and I realized I can't be that, but I try to be hard because I don't want people to see me, but then I want people to understand that I'm still a woman. And it's a contradiction because it don't make sense, because a woman isn't really supposed to be hard, like they're not supposed to be like don't fuck with me, but they still have the essence of I'm a woman, but no, not to fuck with me. So I'm learning that now, like how to be like soft but still carry that of don't try me, like, but still keep it as feminine as I can be. So that is like my big learning process right now, because I don't want to be hard, but then I don't want somebody to see me soft and light and take advantage of that. So I'm just learning how to be a nurturing woman and still keep that element of that, I guess. So
That's
it's very a process. I got some videos where I'm like watching and taking notes and just learning to find that groundedness. So
that's
yeah,
dope. That is real dope. And for
thank
you to
you.
share your journey in that balance is very vulnerable, and I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that because even as a black man, that's something that I tried to find
Yeah,
a balance in on whether I have to be more masculine and or whether I can be okay and be emotionally connected to
of course.
how I feel and partake in these other activities that allow me to relax or I relate to
Of
in
course.
certain senses. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Um, so I think that's beautiful that you mentioned that.
Thank you. Yeah,
Uh,
and it is hard for you guys too, because a lot of people want y'all to be hard and tough and rough, and not understand that y'all humans too, and y'all feel just the way women feel as well. So that's another thing that I would say is not fair that y'all live with that. So that'd be the sad thing.
yeah. So if you could tell men one thing in regards of being a black woman and how they could better be a better support of black women in their identities, what would it be?
That's a great question. Um, Honestly, I would say it's kind of a cycle. So women portray themselves as something because they think that because they think that men think of them as a certain way, and in reality, they just want women to be that. There's some men that just don't really care, but a lot of men just want a woman to be that of a sense of a, like I said, a nurturing, caring woman. So it really is a cycle, and being that the cycle is so like twisted and contradicted and colluded that is I don't even know where to even start to say, because women have to honestly just work on, black women in general just have to, well, black women kind of mostly just really have to work on, like I said, just finding that soft spot in them, and just finding a man that is fit to lead, to be comfortable enough to just be that of sorts. So I can't really say. I don't know.
It's tough. It's tough, and I don't mean to put you on the spot like that. I just wanted to see your opinion of it because
Definitely.
it's something that I don't have the answers for either. You know.
Of course,
Um,
because like I said, like I'm trying to find that spot of the softness and stuff, but then you can't be that and then still be looking for somebody that's, I don't want to say a nigga, but still living in that nigga life. Like, because once you become a certain woman, yeah, your elevation of that, you looking for, you having a man that's in that same type of nature. So you kind of go where you leading to. You don't stay where you been at.
yeah, yeah, and you'll
So,
attract
and
that.
that be the thing. People be wanting stuff, but they be still where they been at, wanting stuff, and from somebody that's there, but you still here. So
Yeah,
it don't work
it's
like
like
that.
it's like the whole everything comes back to
Exactly.
being ready for something.
Exactly. So that be the thing. People be complaining about men and women, but honestly, it's like you kind of mirroring yourself. Like that's why
Yeah,
you got to sit down and really see who you are before you be wanting something from somebody. So that's the part, a place of where I am right now as well. So people be asking me, what do you want from somebody? Like, what do you blah blah blah? What do you and I know, but I don't really know, because I'm still trying to figure out me. So I could tell you what I would like, but I don't really know, because I'm still trying to figure out me. So I don't want to just bring somebody in and me trying to still figure out me, and they are already probably where they where they're at, like at a comfortability level. Not saying that they're not willing to help, but my journey is my journey. Like, you can only assist me so much. You can't. That's the
so
most you could do.
I thought about that. I think about that for myself as well because I came out of a relationship a couple months back. So
Mm-hmm.
time is flying now, but like I think to myself recently, like I can't really think too much of looking or finding something that or someone that can make me happy right now because I need to really fix myself or
Definitely.
focus on myself or work on myself. But does that mean that the versions of ourselves right now are not
Fit to be
deserving
like
of love?
Yeah. And yeah, that's a definitely good question to ask. And no, because there's always somebody out here that'll love you for you no matter what you're going through. But I mean, you just kind of always want to bring not your best self, but like just the understanding of yourself to somebody. Like don't drag all your luggage to them and just be like, all right, so where I'm putting all this at, where I'm putting all that at, where I'm putting all this at, like, and they like, shit, well, I got shit on this shelf too, so you gonna come in here and bring all your shit and put it on my shelf just the same way. So it's like you just kind of gotta have some type of groundedness to where you're not coming into somebody's life and shaking it up. Like if y'all can meet somewhere where y'all could both, like I said, assist to help each other be better, or somebody just love you for who you are right now, by all means. But I mean, you just kind of got to get yourself in a mental state where is okay, and you allow that.
Okay, I'm picking that up, and I like that answer. That's a good answer. I can take that. Who or what in your life makes you smile?
Shoot, me, I'm a funny ass person. Now, nah,
you funny all of a sudden. No.
Shoot, make me smile. Who or what? I say just the thought of people appreciating what I'm doing for them, like in my business, and just people that I've like I old friends in the past that have been hitting me up just to say that they're proud of me, because that definitely make me smile. Because even though sometimes I'm sitting here and I'm like, woof, I'm proud of me, like just to hear it from somebody else that like see me work, and it definitely makes me feel appreciative. So I definitely be like, oh, thank you.
Especially those people that you ain't hear from in a while.
In years, yes.
And they're like, yo, I see you working.
Definitely. And sometimes they be like, what's your Cash App? And show me like a support. And I be like, man, thank you, because I'm definitely out here buying pounds of sugar. I need a drums.
Yeah. So you working to pay all that back.
Definitely.
But you can get there. You can get there. That's the business, though.
Definitely.
That's how it goes.
Definitely. So just people that just see me being better, just in general, and trying to be better. So that's just taking the notice of it and just being proud of me. So yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
What is something that you're doing that you're proud to be doing, that you feel that makes you feel better?
I'd probably say taking the initiative just to do everything. Like I said, everything was like the anxiety and the fear of bettering my life and how I would be, like waking up knowing that stuff would be better, how I would feel. So just that initiative of just doing that is yeah. So I'll say that.
Okay, so taking an initiative is something to be proud of. I'm cool with that. What was I say I'm a lot. I'm trying to practice not saying that.
It's okay.
You gonna hold me accountable for the rest of this podcast? You wanna call it out? You know? No?
No, it's okay.
Okay. What? See, I just said it again. What was the last thing that you did to practice self-care?
Self-care. I've been honestly neglecting myself, so I need to do it. Self-care, honestly, taking today off, because I normally do work on Sundays, like for my business. So taking today off and taking a nap, because I needed it. Because like I said, I've been working nonstop all weekends from January to now. So just saying, just how I could wake up and not do nothing and just clean my place and take a nap and do what I have to do was good. So definitely that. But I'm definitely going to the nail salon because I need it.
Shout out to you. I'm going to nail salon this weekend.
Definitely. Yes, me too. I need to go next weekend. So just definitely doing stuff like that, taking walks, even just going to the park and stuff like that. Just to be with yourself. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You said you're going to the nail salon this weekend, right?
Yes. After I pay rent.
You gotta put those bills right in order. Adulting. A lot of people say they regret being an adult, or not regret being an adult, but they stress it because all the responsibilities and they wish they were a kid again. But I'm not one of those people.
I didn't choose to be here.
All right, I love this adulting shit.
Sometimes I'd be like, damn, But I mean, you can't go back. So
Yeah, what you gonna complain about, right?
exactly. What can you complain about, honestly? So I mean, you just because if you ain't gonna do it, who gonna do it for you? Life gonna continue to go on every day. It's not going to stop.
Some people got answers for that.
Yeah,
Some people got answers for that.
it's not gonna stop. Yeah.
What was the last thing you took personal?
I would say that what I was saying with the argument with my friend telling me how I feel and how I should feel. So yeah, that was that was definitely something I took personal.
You definitely did, in the responses that you said.
Yeah, I definitely took that personal because it do something to me. Because like I said, I'm trying to figure out me. So don't be telling me how I feel. You know, it's like it bring you back. It definitely is a snap because
yeah, a little relapse right there.
Yep, it definitely did. Made me relapse for sure.
Okay. The next section is my favorite section.
Okay.
It's called "Feel This Way." I will say a word, phrase, or statement, and I want you to tell me what thoughts, emotions, or memories it sparks. You ready?
Okay.
The first word is Brenda.
That's my lifeline.
Who is Brenda?
That is my mom, my mother. That is my lifeline. I honestly wouldn't. I don't know where I would be without her. Right now, that's my only parent. Long story short, my dad got murdered when I was 3, right in front of her. So she's been my mom. It's my everything since then. She worked twice as hard just to make sure everything that I have, I was happy and I lived like a great childhood life. So yeah, I love her to death. Anything that I even need now, if I'm like struggling, she got me, even if she's struggling herself. So I definitely love my mom. She get on my goddamn nerves half the time, but I love her to death. Like that's I would not know where I would be without her. If she wouldn't even be here, I'd probably be in a psych ward. In the psych ward, pads, something. I can't breathe. Like I love my mom to death. So
she sounds very dope.
Definitely. She definitely raised me to be part of who I am now. So many great things that she said to me that I carry along now. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to break some generational curses of how she think and stuff like that. But other than that, I love her to death. Like I said, I wouldn't be where I am now without her. So it's definitely one thing for sure. Like she teach me and tell me everything that I need to know, and she got my back no matter what. So I definitely love her.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Like I said, she get on my nerves, but
you can hear that passion. You can hear that passion.
For sure.
And she's definitely very proud of you. Sounds like a very lovely and caring mother.
Definitely.
One thing I will say is that a message is to build up the ambition that you have.
Yeah.
And focus it.
Yeah.
Because even when I hear you right now, it sounds like you have a lot planned for yourself, and you know yourself. But you said sometimes you can spread yourself very thin.
Yeah.
So imagine how well you're doing now, how much greater you could be doing when you're even more so focused. You know what I mean? And that's just something to think about.
Definitely.
Shout out to Brenda.
Yeah, for sure. She be hard on me, but that's my mom.
She said that you guys, one of her favorite memories with you is that you guys have dance battles. What's your go-to dance move?
When we be having our family cookouts and stuff, they always want to battle me. I don't know why. Yes, dance hall queen, that's me. But no, I keep it cute with the family.
No jumping off the ropes and stuff like that?
Nothing. Keep it real cute. Yeah, but nah, that's fine. That's my girl for sure.
Oh man, I tell people, right? You had me talk to your mom. And we talked for a while. Sometimes I told you before. Sometimes I get caught up in conversation, and I'm like, you know what? I also have to talk to her instead of you today. But
she lived a life. She lived her life, so she could tell you some things. That's for sure.
I know. She be talking.
That's for sure.
The favorite thing that she told me, I can't I got to show to everybody else is that she does not care if you are a father. Because on Father's Day, if you're not raising those kids, she's not going to say Father's Day. So,
oh my God.
Shout out to Brenda.
And that's part of why I'm crazy now.
And I'm taking that to heart. So, any of my boys this year, if you've been slacking, and if I talk to your baby moms or the child, your child's mother, and she tells me that you've been slacking, it's gonna be happy not Father's Day on Father's Day for you.
And y'all wonder why I talk crazy. I get it from her. I'm telling you. I don't even know where that conversation. She probably led that conversation right there too. It went crazy. I bet you.
We talked for like almost 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
it was the best.
Y'all was on the couch, right, about to go to bed. It's funny.
The next phrase I have is "Donut Talk with Sprinkles."
Man, I love that show.
What is Donut Talk with Sprinkles?
So it is like I guess a funny podcast that we do, or funny thing that we do, where we just be our raunchy, crazy selves, answer any funny questions and stuff like that. I love doing that Talk with Sprinkles. Definitely hope that we do a season 2, and hopefully be more to come. Because I definitely want to put my funny self back up on there. I'm telling you.
What was the funnest part about being on Donut Talk with Sprinkles?
Honestly, just the questions and just flowing off of everyone else that's on the couch as well, because you never know what they're going to say. So just to know, like, they might say something ironically funny, and I'm a flow off of that, or I just might bust out laughing because you got it. But definitely, hopefully, it's more to come.
I definitely would love to see more in the works. I was there at the live show, and that was pretty funny too. So
yes.
You guys keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
The next word I have is courage.
Courage. Courage. I'll say like it goes off of like being brave. Just having the courage to do anything that you want to do, taking the initiative and the steps and the drive to do it, because if you don't have the courage to do anything, then nothing won't happen. So yeah, y'all watch The Wizard of Oz, man.
You was thinking about that the whole time?
Yeah.
See, when I hear courage, I think of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Really? Well, yeah. Honestly, I love Courage the Cowardly Dog, because everything, he would scream and be scared to death, like jump out of his whole skin and be scared to death, like I said. But he will always do it and get it done. And it doesn't matter even if he's still having a fit after he did it. He still developed the courage to do it.
That was a perfect name for the show.
It was. I missed that cartoon.
Right?
I hope they don't reboot it though, because I don't know.
I'm tired of reboots. Every time I open Hulu, I see How I Met Your Father. And I'm like, these bastards. I'm sorry. So
I'm tired of them.
The next word I have is basketball.
Basketball. It brings back a lot of emotions to me, because growing up, high school, I had a horrible attitude. You couldn't tell me nothing. I didn't want to hear nothing. I didn't give a fuck about nothing. So it was what it was. And then I lacked confidence as well. So all of that combined with a bad attitude don't mix. So I had the potential to be something great. And like I said, part of me tripped me up sometimes, because I could have been somewhere doing something better. But I guess it wasn't. I guess it wasn't for me. So I miss basketball sometimes. I don't really watch it. I would love to probably even get into being like a coach for kids, girls coaches or something like that. One of my friend's daughters plays basketball like middle school, but she's tall, like 5'9". She was like tall, like how I was tall in middle school, and he showed me clips of her ball, and I'd be like, and I'd be like, man, I'd be like, I wish I had a kid sometimes, like, because it's the excitement that brings me back to even like watching it. Sometimes it gets me going, and then sometimes it brings me back to like, damn, I could have been doing something bigger and better, but like I said, it is what it is. But I love it, and now I sit here and know if I did have a better attitude and I did just like apply myself better and have the confidence, I could have been somewhere. But it's so funny because like I said, I didn't have the confidence because I thought I was always so tall, but I played basketball. But then, like, when I really thought if I played to college, I would have been short playing basketball. Like, I wouldn't have been the position that I played growing up my whole life. I would have had to learn a whole different position. I would have been like a 2 or 3 versus a 4 and a 5. So it would have been more work I would have had to put into, and it would have been something that I would have been interested in, but you couldn't have told me shit. And I didn't want to hear shit, and I didn't give a fuck about shit.
So, do you not watch basketball because it's kind of dramatic?
I don't watch NBA because I think it's kind of rigged, so I don't really get no excitement off of that. I would watch women's basketball or like college and stuff like that, but I don't really, because sometimes it bring back some memories and I'd be like,
Yeah.
But I love the excitement of it sometimes, like just to see people running up and down the court and stuff. Like, yeah, I definitely would want to do like some AAU coaching or something. I still got it.
I can see the passion.
I still got it.
I
might be out of breath, but I still got it.
All right. Listen, I know. This is a long shot connection. I know somebody whose sister is a basketball coach.
Nice.
And I'm gonna talk to her about various opportunities and what it would look like for somebody to make a transition into that field.
Yeah,
so I'd love to see you out there coaching and
definitely
being around people, and because you got a great mindset.
Of course.
So when I think about coaching, I don't want somebody that just is gonna be a good coach. Obviously,
of course,
I would love to have somebody in a position that's gonna lead the children,
the kids,
into the future.
It's something that they passionate about. You gotta show them that you care as well to bring like positivity, or just to show them that they confident enough to do it as well. Because a lot of kids, they want to do it, or they scared, or they don't feel like they good enough to do it. So you just gotta show that. So definitely.
Okay. That's a good one. That was a little nice one down memory lane a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You righty or lefty?
Left, and I'm left-handed, so you feel me? They ain't know which way I was going.
You think you could beat me 1-on-1?
I don't know. I smoke too much. I pass out.
No, I'm telling you right now you can, but whatever.
Might hit you with a couple and ones. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be good though. Get me back exercising too, because I know I need to not just work on my mental, but my physical as well, because part of that is also working out as well, releasing some and all of that is also, so it'll be good.
I forget that sometimes too. I'm gonna take 2 walks this week.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you could just fit 2 or 3 times out of your week, do it.
Take 2 walks, 2 good walks, mile walks.
Yeah. I live close to Bearsley Park, so definitely when it start getting, I don't want to say when it start getting warmer, because that's kind of an excuse to not just go now, but
you gotta put that jacket on and do a lap or something.
Yes, I know, but I'm in the hikes, so this year I'm definitely doing more hikes, because one of my friends was like, "You've been blowing me off for the past year," and I'm like, "I know."
Oh, you really got into hikes this year?
You always been? I got into hikes probably about like a couple years ago, but like last year I haven't really went on any. So this year I'm definitely on it. Like Connecticut, you'd be surprised. It'll be a couple of 2-hour drive to some, but they have some of the best beautiful trails.
Yo, I'm just learning that. Like I told people. I spoke on it recently. Like, I went on my first hike back in December.
Yeah.
In Oxford. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
There's so many.
I would you know what? I'm not going to rush. But I think something about next weekend, it's going on a hike is going to be in the goal for that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put that kind of pressure on me yet.
No, I'll write a list of like places I'll send it to, so you could have just in case.
Oh, thank you so
You're
much.
Welcome. Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's like, because it's a lot, kind of, because I got to build myself up to do them, and like mentally, and then you be like, now you got to walk. But other than that, like once you get there, just to be out there and just to see the views, it's beautiful. Like, it's definitely nice. Okay. The one in Hamden is nice. I think it's called the Sleeping Giant. The Sleeping Giant.
I think I heard of that. Okay. I'm gonna hold you to that list. So
yeah, I got you.
I'm gonna need that thing before Friday.
I'm gonna work on it.
All right. Last word I have for you is loyalty.
Loyalty. That is a word. um, what is loyalty? Loyalty, how does it make me feel?
Do you consider yourself to be too loyal?
Sometimes, and sometimes not. Like, honestly, I've learned to handle people with a long handle spoon, which means I kind of give you what you give me. So I don't really go too much out of my way to do too much, but I'm always going to like be there. So like I'm not going to be fake or turn my back on you. So I would say I am a loyal person. This is a tough one. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Loyalty.
You be out there cheating, Jasmine?
No, I'm
no, I just kidding.
I'm loyal. That's the crazy thing. People be crazy. People. That's a different conversation for. This definitely is. I don't know. I really don't. Because I'm even trying to think of the definition of, so I could like go off of this.
You don't need a real definition. I just need to know what that means to you. Have you experienced raw, authentic loyalty? Have you experienced deception that makes you question loyalty? Like, is loyalty something you take pride in, you know?
I definitely take pride in loyalty because I feel like if you're anybody that I care about, I'll go like hard for you. So I would kind of expect that in return. So that's definitely something I would think. But I don't know. I'm stumped on this question.
Okay. Well,
on his word. Sorry, I'm stumped on his word.
I'm okay with that. We'll. I'm gonna get a response from you regarding loyalty at some point because that's the last thing I have for you.
Okay.
So before we wrap up,
okay,
I would love for you to go get your phone.
Okay. Let me go.
I don't care where it's at. Go get that thing.
I'll be ready. All right. I was writing one the other couple few weeks ago, and I didn't really finish, but it's so dope that I kind of want to read it.
Okay.
But it's pretty long, so it's not like a short one.
Nah, drop it. Cause I got a short one for today. So We'll do yours, and then I'll close mine out, and then we'll close out the show.
All right. So I don't know if people know, but there's been this song, there's been like this clip of this song that's been going viral. Like, this boy's been in my DM saying me I'm pretty. So it's like been going viral. So it's called, shout out to Tank and the Bangers as well. They're a group from New Orleans that like, all black, not really all black group, but predominantly black, and they do like jazz music and stuff. So she made this song, and basically in the clip, like I said, she says like, this boy's been in my DM telling me that I'm pretty, and this boy's been in my DM telling me that I'm pretty, and I just been hearing it all over social media. So I just took like that part, and then I just went from there off a poem. So I got that one, or let me see, or I got I got unnormal. So which one you want to go with? Unnormal is done. Pretty is almost done, but it's not.
Which one are you more confident in? I'm gonna give you a second to think about that, because I will say one thing, because you had mentioned something about black businesses, and I have to get this off my chest.
Okay.
I do not want to support your business just because you're black.
Of course not.
And I want to tell people this
in
a way that I do not want to buy Barria tacos from a black person. I do not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. What I appreciate is that there's a lot of black businesses that's coming up. But then it's like one time somebody threw me for a loop because they was like, how do you feel about starting your first black-owned business? And I was like, huh? And I was like, it's just a business. And I forgot that I was black, but I was just like, to me, it's just a business. It don't matter from black, purple, yellow, white, Asian. It doesn't matter. Like, it's my business. Like,
yes.
But I understand the concept of it, because it's kind of like a argument that's going on like Twitter, where people's like, well, you should be proud that it's a black-owned business. You shouldn't just say like it's just a business. Like, but it's my business, whether I'm black or not. It's my business.
Yeah, we should be able to have different opinions about that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just can't get over that, man. Just because it's black owned don't mean I'm gonna go in there and buy barrio tacos when it should be buying it from Mexican. But I can go on for days about that. I'm really upset. But
oh man, we're gonna go with unnormal because a lot of people feel like this. So we're gonna go with unnormal. Weird title, right? Please sit tight and listen to my contradiction insight. I love me, my natural state. I'll choose a slick back ponytail over a wig cap any day. I rarely wear makeup and I don't mind it. I love my slim physique and it's adequate to me. But it's 2021. Somehow I feel like the ugly duckling. Somehow I feel like the ugly duckling in this bunch. I'm not the norm of the woman that most niggas be feeling. I don't wake up and take an hour for fake shit to blind who I am. It's hard enough finding people to understand me. So why the fuck would I portray who I'm not, see? But sometimes I wish people could really see me, the natural beauty. Nothing with a filter to make me seem polished. You gonna get this, Alicia Keys. But sometimes I wish I had the wigs, the big ass and the breasts and the swag too. So maybe people will view me. Maybe I'm looking for the wrong views because I'll never give off a message that I want that kind of attention. Wishing I could get my body done to make me feel like the one, the image the man above gave me, I wouldn't change for none. It's just sad the norm is unnormal. I wouldn't want young girls growing up wanting makeup and a big ass and chest to impress the rest. Love thyself. The normal, unnormal is you. Stay true. I be nervous. I gotta get my stuff down if I want to do this on like a.
That's why we gotta go to Poets Round.
I know.
we're gonna go. Listen, I only been up twice, and my boy is the one that pushes me. And there's a couple shows coming up. I have a meeting Tuesday about a couple of the shows. So
nice.
I'll keep you in mind.
Thank you.
All right,
definitely.
I gotta practice myself.
Yes.
But this one I'm gonna keep it short and sweet.
All right.
I take breaths of inspiration and exhale my gifts. Despite my reach, I'm not often draped in bravado, but rather wrapped in guilt. This is something that holds us.